Whoa! Hey! Good morning, my Poppinses. My little sweet robins. How are you today? I think you're good. I think you're good. Blogging from Paradise. Really excited, guys. I'm putting together a page for my blog. It's going to be much easier for you guys to shop from my ebooks. I realize that being the brilliant guy I am, I'm just so on the ball. It took me like years to do it, like over 3 years. No, I had it for a while actually on my homepage, but I'm just listing out my ebooks and of course linking into my Amazon Associates link, of course. But what I'm doing is categorizing them. So it's just a page on Blogging Paradise, and I'll put all the links for the books, like one for blogging tips themed, one for like LOA themed, one for inspiration, one for digital nomad, one for travel, all the different themes because I cover a bunch of different topics. Here comes Delilah. But then I think what I'll also add, just like those neat little shopping widgets for Amazon Associates accounts. Morning, Chris. So that should be really, really cool. Much easier for you to sort through and be like, you know, do you have an ebook on this? Do you have an ebook on that? So, morning, Delilah. So, guys and dolls, today I'm talking about one money factor that it can cripple your blog. And I was just checking my blogging Google alerts. Every day I have a blogging keyword alerts. Any post with that's heavy on the blogging keyword, and half of them are like for the Dallas Cowboys, which is funny, but it shows you how popular they are and their blog is. And I saw an ad on a site where a blogger was looking for content writers, cool, looking to hire out, and then the qualifier, it just stuff floors me. It said looking for the cheapest, lowest rates out there. Are you serious? What do you think you're gonna get? And I mean, more than anything, this just across the board, right, Delilah? Come here. Across the board, this is like, it's not my foot. This is just a core chief problem with so many bloggers. I get bootstrapping totally, but if your fear of spending money goads you, or if you cower to it, you fear spending money. Like this individual, I want the cheapest work available, lowest rates available. That's all I'm interested in. They're gonna get shit work, and then they're gonna build a blog on crappy, terrible content, and they're gonna struggle for months, and then for years, and then they're gonna wonder why 3 years down the road they're not getting any traffic when they're hiring people for $5 an hour, where it should be 100 to 150 to 200 bucks. Or I shouldn't say $5 an hour, $5 an article. Like a 600-word article. And I'm not working, I'm not doing anything when I do my freelance writing for anything less than 100, 150, $200 an article. And it's insane. It's just a form of lunacy, really, because if you are focused on this idea of wanting to build a prospering blog, you're gonna have to spend some money. And I faced this issue back when I was spending $3 a month on hosting. Somebody's goading me over here. I was spending $3 a month on hosting, and then I started having a lot of hosting problems because I was afraid to spend any more than $3 a month on hosting, and my site was down 7 out of 10 times. It was as slow as molasses, as a snail being frozen, whatever. It was just slow as crap, and I ran into a lot of issues. Namely, I didn't make any money, it wasn't getting much traffic. No, it was just such a struggle. Now it's not like I'm spending wildly, quote unquote, but you know, I spend 15 to 20 bucks a month for hosting, for really good hosting. I spend money on a CDN. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars back in the day for other blogging services. I spend. You can't fear spending money, or else it's going to cripple your blog, because when you try to micromanage and that strong fear of spending, and again, I just think of this guy offhand, and it's like looking for the lowest rates available. That's insane. Then you're going to get really terrible work. 1 in 100,000, maybe a little less than that just absolutely don't know their worth, may come through and say, I'll do $5 an article, and it's like pretty quality content, or it could be really good content. But 99.9% of the time, it's going to be terrible content, because the only people that charge like $5 an article, 10 bucks, $25 an article are people who can't write. Their skills are like down here, and it's okay. I mean, it's just the way it is. So their rates are going to be down here. Boom, boom, boom. And you're going to build a whole blog on being afraid of spending money, and you'll struggle like hell. And the same deal if you're afraid to spend on domain and hosting, if you're afraid to spend on a premium theme, you fear spending on a CDN, you're like, I'm not getting that much traffic anyway. The spending of the money is what opens up when you let go of that fear of spending and you're being more abundant. That's what opens up greater traffic, along with, of course, improving your skills. But you'll see how quickly you have these breakthroughs when you pay for your email list, whatever it is. But you're spending freely from that really abundant, just energized space, and you knife through that fear, then you're going to see how quickly you'll stop crippling your blog. When you're afraid to spend on your blog and treat it like a real business where people spend money to expand their business, it's not spending money to make money as much as it's just being professional, being abundant, and saying, okay, this is a real business, so I'm going to spend money on it. I'm going to get awesome hosting. If I'm going to hire out to writers, I'm going to pay top dollar. I'm going to pay money. Even if you're on a budget, pay the money to get the good content, and then you could see beyond spending money. And when you get more traffic and you're able to monetize through higher, bigger ticket products and services because you have a respected blog, then you're going to make more money in the long run. And that's what it boils down to. You'll be setting up the proper foundation, and when you're setting up the proper foundation, it's going to be so much easier for you to monetize down the road and make more money. You have to have a little bit, not even a vision as much as just be abundant, trust, set your blog up the right way, and then more money will flow to you. And it's just like yesterday, just from notes on social media, comments that I'm seeing on my blog, yeah, I bought your ebook, or I'm going to buy your ebook, and you just see these ebook sales going through. I developed skills, I worked on my talents, I practiced, and I built my network. A factor in the clarity of me selling stuff and making money is the fact that I have a bespoke theme. That means it's a custom theme made for Blogging from Paradise by my designer, Philip Dews. That makes a difference. This branding makes a difference. These covers, I snapped them in paradises all over the world. And you see the Blogging from Paradise brand. I spent money for these paperbacks. You buy them. Then you have a branding tool. But I was terrified to put down, and in the beginning I was thinking about it like a dingbat for a couple seconds. Oh, I want to spend $3-5 for each paperback, and would that be 40, 50, whatever. And it's like, no, of course. But then if you find yourself, you know, for minutes, let alone hours or days, you have an ebook and like, let me switch it to paperback. Okay, cool. Now, could I have some sent to me for branding? But I don't want to spend more than a couple bucks. And it's like, wait a second, what's going on there? It will cripple your blog, guys, because it sends off that fearful, not even cheap as much, but a fearful vibe that you're afraid to spend. And then that image, you emit a poor, broke. Like I said, when I saw that thing at Upwork, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You emit that image out to the universe, that vibe. What do you think is gonna come back to you? Poorness, brokenness, struggle, problems, issues, failing. And this cripples a ton of bloggers, especially the newbies who don't want to commit. Hey, doggy. And they just don't want to be all in. They're like, I just want to do this on a budget, Ryan. I understand. Budget at least 10 to 15 bucks a month for good hosting where your site is fast. Budget $5 or 10 bucks for CDN. Even if you don't have any traffic, do it now, and then what's going to happen is something really neat. You're spending more money to have that professional image. You're going to be the professional blogger. You'll take it more seriously. You'll practice your writing more. You'll build your friend network. You'll do guest posting, blog commenting, because you'll feel better about your blog. That's the gateway. That's the gateway activity, the spending, not just throwing money at it. But you'll be more of a pro blogger, and then from there, what happens? You're going to see more traffic. You're going to get ideas to monetize, and you're going to start making money. Because you took it seriously from the beginning, not from a tense space, but just from a space of being a pro blogger, and not even so much taking it seriously, because I don't want to have that strange, striving vibe out there, but you're doing things abundantly as a pro blogger. You're being a professional blogger, even before you've made a cent or maybe have a visitor. And that's where the difference lies. That's where things really expand for you. So guys, there's one money factor, cripples your blog. You're just afraid to spend money. Could be on your hosting, could be on a CDN, could be on a premium theme or a bespoke theme, could be when you're hiring writers. And that's what I saw this morning. I'm like, I gotta talk about this. I know it's been covered, but it just has to keep being covered, because I come across a lot of blogs where you know, there's slow load times, or they're crashing more often than not, or the theme is just really basic. It's just not simple and powerful, but little JV-ish, or maybe I'm seeing all these ads plastered all over some of these blogs, and it's like, oh boy. And then it's on a poor theme, and it's like, wait a second here. Or I just see terrible content, and then somebody says that they hired out, and then they complain. It's like some of the people on Warrior, they hired out to an SEO agency that was a cheapie. Or they hired some writers for $20 an article. It's like, this is your blog, guys. If you were living offline in a house, you want to invest money in a house, and you're like, I want to get the cheapest house available. I'm living here in the States. I want to buy a house for $35,000. You're going to live in a war zone, basically. You're going to live in a really rough neighborhood, if anywhere in I shouldn't say America, but especially New Jersey. You want to spend cheapest available. This is my home, and I just want the cheap 35,000. It's going to be a really rough inner city area that's dangerous. That's just the way that it is in New Jersey, and same with New York. That's your offline home. It's like, you'd never do that. Then why do that to your blog, which is your online home? I just want to, it's my online home. I want the cheapest rent, quote unquote, domain and hosting available. How's that for an analogy? Yeah, free theme is okay, Chris. It's one of the things that you get clearer and clearer. You'll be nudged, but paying for your hosting, domain, and autoresponder, yeah, it's the minimum of what we do, Chris, to build rocking blogs. And as you get clearer and clearer, you'll see what happens with your theme. Maybe you'll go with a premium theme, a bespoke, or whatever. But it's gradual, and it's just looking at it and being like, okay, you know, as I get clearer and clearer, I'll figure out what I do. But it's one of those things where you have the domain and hosting, and you have your email list, and it's like, that's what we do. It's part of paying rent to do things to be professional. That's just the way that it is. But when I saw that on the site, I'm like, holy smokes, like their only prerequisite was looking for the lowest rates. That's insane. Again, think of the analogy. Here in New Jersey, if I'm like, I'm going to pay $30,000 for a house, it's going to be in a really rough, bad area, or it'll be a total fixer. Not even a fixer-up, it'll be a ha-ha shack. And that's just the way that it is. And this is your home, you know, you want to live in a nice place. So online, these folks are like, I'm just going to pay as little as possible. It's just, the analogy would be like getting a home. That's your online home, your blog. That's your business. That's the content center. That's everything. You own that. It would be like the analogy of like paying bottom basement prices to live in a real rough neighborhood, or just a crappy home, terrible foundation, not even a fixer-upper. Some place that rats would look at and turn around and be like, who the hell lives in this dump? Guys, I'm going to roll, because I'm starting to sweat, man. It's hot. Not really hot, it's humid. It's the hazy, lazy, crazy days of summer. Not too hot, humid. Thanks so much for joining, Chris, as always. The call to action, pay peanuts, hire monkeys, plain and simple. Hey, I like that, Chris. I've never heard that one. It's true enough. Pay peanuts, hire monkeys. Listen to Chris. It's one of those deals where you're gonna, and that's the thing too, when you're being cheap, you're gonna align with cheap people. And what do you think? Do you think these people look at the ebook and be like, oh my God, that's $3.99. I can't afford that. Or let me think, is it gonna be money well spent? Where's the value in that? It's fucking $3.99. Pay the goddamn money. It's, when you're around this and you're just like, you gotta be kidding me. But that's what fear does. And when you're being fearful, then you align with these folks. Oh. But then when you're doing things like paying and being abundant, then you move up the energetic spectrum, the energetic scale, and you're going to align with folks who pay for their blogs and say, oh yeah, I'll pay $3.99, or I'll pay $350 for your course, or I'll pay $200 an hour, Ryan, to hire you. And that's what's nice. Then more money flows in, and it's not about money. That's just a little part of it. But then it's like, oh, cool, I'm having fun. I'm living a worldly life, so it's nice to let money in, or whatever it is for different consulting services I offer. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling. More sponsor post opportunities, whatever, all those type of, those things flow in, and then it's like, I get it. It's all because I'm being the pro blogger, and I'm spending, and I'm being generous. To spend a fortune. It's just about being clear on, okay, this is where I was fearing spending money, and I wanted to bottom, I was just so afraid, and then you dive right into there. It might be uncomfortable, but you do it. That's what pros do. Thanks so much, Chris, for joining. Call to action. Well, you're probably on my email newsletter now, but if not, sign up for my email updates at bloggingfromparadise.com. Helpful tips to help you build a rocking blog And I'm putting together that ebook page. It might take a while because I have a lot of ebooks, but I'm gonna list everything down on my blog on a page. All my blogging tips ebooks, make money online ebooks, all the different niches, and there's a bunch of them. Most of them are blogging tips. And then I'll link it up to my widgets, buy widgets, which will be really cool. And it'll be easier for you to sort through because so many folks have no idea where they're at as far as ebook wise. And people have been saying, hey, do you have an ebook on this? Do you have an ebook on that? Which one? And then you'll be able to see it. You click on the ebooks link, you look down, and it's a piece of cake. So thank you so much, Chris. I will see you on Periscope, everybody, and Facebook Live in probably 5 minutes or so. Probably dive into the same topic, and maybe I'll dive into that. I keep saying diving. I like to be in the water right now. Or I took my shower today. Thumbs up. But maybe I'll dive into that analogy of the renting a haha shack, or not renting, a buying, and then online. I think that could work. Yeah, I think we'll do that. If not, we'll just talk about this topic too. We'll expound on it a little bit more. Thank you so much, guys. I'll get this up on Steemit, Mogul, Quora, Huffington Post. Just spread the word, cross-pollinate. Until next time, you know what to do. Ta-ta. I love these YouTube. I just love YouTube because it's clear. You get the HD, which is nice, with the outside sun at least. But we're going to hop on Periscope too. Hey there, turkey vulture. Turkey vulture or hawk? Red-tailed hawk? No, turkey vulture. Until next time, enjoy paradise.